Welcome back to Mind Over Math. This is a video on solving one-step equations. Hi everybody, thanks for stopping in. Let me remind you to subscribe, like the video, and comment down below with ideas that you have for future videos or questions you might have. Thanks. Now we've had two others before this, and we're using chips, positive and negative chips, to illustrate the point. This is illustrated on a number line in one way, where you can see that a -1 is one chip, -2 is two chip. A zero pair, 0 and is a positive plus a negative. 1, 2, 3, 4, just so you understand the positive and the negative chips. So the first thing we want to talk about is how solving equations is as though we were using a balance scale. And on the balance scale, when you have a positive 5 here, you need to isolate the x. In order to isolate the x, the 5 has to go across. In order to move across, we do the opposite of adding 5, which is subtracting 5. Because this is a balance scale, a balanced equation, equation means equal, weight on both sides, we need to subtract 5 from both sides. So our real equation to find out what x is right here. X equals -3. But let's illustrate that a little further. So the first thing here is the reverse, inverse, or opposites is applied when solving equations over here. The reverse of add is subtract, or vice versa. The reverse of positive is negative. So are we adding 5 or subtracting 5, or are we adding a -5? They're very similar concepts. The opposite of multiply is divide, or the reverse. Squaring, the opposite of squaring is, you know what that is? Square rooting. So in a single step equation like this, x plus 4 equals -2, you'll notice that we need to move the 4 from the left side to get x by itself. We're always trying to isolate x. Now, sometimes kids want to do this in their mind, which works just fine. But let me tell you, as problems get more difficult, you can't do it in your mind. Remember, this is a balance. An equal sign is there because the weight on left and right is the same. So now we need to illustrate this using a positive 4 and a -2. Now that's the chip method. You're not going to do this on every problem. It's just to help you understand it. So I see on the left I have a positive 4. So the reverse of doing that is adding a -4. But to keep the equation balanced, I have to do that on both sides. So these 4 over here add to 0. Or as I write it as an equation, I'm going to add a -4. That's what I did over here. The reverse, the opposite, the reverse. So I get x plus 0 equals -6, x equals -6. So this is illustrating using these chips. Let's do it with x minus 3 equals 4. Will act as though that is a -3. It is. And positive 4. So the reverse of adding a -3 is adding a positive 3. To both sides now, it's an equation. So the left side adds and balances to 0. The right side adds to 7. So x equals 7 is the solution. X minus 10 equals 3. And to summarize, we balance the equation. The equation is already balanced, and we need to keep it balanced step by step throughout. So in this second step, x minus 10, we could say the opposite of that is adding 10. Now without the chips, you can see it's just the opposite. So I have to add 10 to both sides. So 3 plus 10 is 13. So this is one way to illustrate solving equations to help you see what's going on as far as the balancing and how opposites or reverse is used, or inverse is used to help solve equations. More to follow on this. So just as a reminder, we're reversing. Here's all the opposites. I hope this helps you. There is a previous section called Part 2 on subtraction and Part 1 on addition. Thank you for watching. In the upper right-hand corner, make sure you subscribe. In the upper left-hand corner, make sure you check out other videos. Likes are below and make comments on topics you need.